Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can guess, here we have another how-to video again concerning the I4 mask and a mount. I know I've actually made my second one already, but there's always room for improvement, and I actually wanted to try out some other adhesive, and from the looks of it, it's actually even better. So I wanted to share it with you. Other viewers out there, if you were thinking of the same thing. And actually, because this is a little bit more customizable, you don't just have to have an I4, but you can also use it for your other masks. So this is the mask that I used before, and typically what I did was I took the standard mount, I cut out the circular piece right here just so I would be able to get a closer attachment, or I can get more surface area to attach to the mask. As you can see, the curve is a little bit different than the I4 mask, and I would imagine many other masks out there. So basically I had to reinforce it with crazy glue just so I can have a better mount. Now that type of mount actually lasted quite a while and was very, very durable. But ever since one of you viewers out there mentioned Sugru, which is a little bit a moldable, or it is moldable, I was able to adapt it to have a better fit on this I4 mask. So as you can see, this is the standard mount, and what I would do is I would cut out a little bit just so it'll be a little bit closer. But as you can see, there's still a little bit of a gap. So what actually happened was it was basically secured right in the circle, or just a little bit around, but on the edges, as you can see here, there's a gap and it's not really secure. So what I wanted to do was to secure it even more, to have a better fit. So here is one that I did it on about a day and a half ago. So this has been curing for a day and a half. The instructions say that you should let it cure for 24 hours, but I'm not planning any time soon within the next couple of days, so I figured let me get it started earlier in the week and let it cure some more. So this had been sitting in storage for about 4 or 5 months, and I finally got around to fixing some things, and you know, I did it on the mask, and with a little left over I did it on this guy. I mean, his knees won't work anymore, but at least the legs will be attached. So he can be used again. So with this one, as you can see, it is basically attached to the mask on all 4 corners of the mount. Now this is going to be helpful for you guys out there that have a different kind of mask, whether it be a Vios, Proflex, and just couldn't get the right, I guess, attachment on it without it falling off after a couple of outings. Like I said, this has been curing for a day and a half, and it seems to be really hard and secure. So I can't really push it down, and it's much more secure than the other mount that I had previously recorded. So hopefully this will help you guys out there, or give you other ideas on what to use it for. So this is the mask that I will be using it. I'm going to put it on both sides actually, and I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough on what to do and how to use it. These are the old mounts that I took, and what I decided to do was scrape away the stock adhesive. This is actually the old Sugru that I tried to get, but I didn't have enough, so I put it on other stuff that I have at home that I needed to fix, or had been sitting for quite a couple of months to get fixed. So now that I have a new pack, I decided to do this video. Okay, so now let's go ahead with the process that I did. Like I mentioned before, this is what I'm going to be using, the Sugru moldable glue, which was mentioned on YouTube, and I did some research. I actually even saw it on TV as one of the top recent experiments or inventions. So what I decided to do, instead of just getting white, because that was on sale, I decided to get black and white. I'm going to be using black just to continue in with the color, make it a little bit less apparent. And as far as the steps, these are the only things I would have to do. Clean my hands, open it up, roll it, apply it, and then just wait 24 hours for it to cure. What I found was for this type of mount I needed 1.5 of these packs. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be getting 3 packs. And I'll be using the black. And what I did just to make it a little bit more adhesive, or to make it bond more, I sanded it clean and cleaned this off as best as I could. So what I'm going to do is open up 2 packs right now. And when you open it up, this is what you'll get depending on the color. They actually come in many other different colors, so if you want to really match your mask, you can do that as well. But I just decided to get black. Okay. Alright. Now that you have what you want to use, I mean, it gets a little messy on your fingers, so if you want to use gloves, go right ahead and do it. But I'm just going to roll it around for about a minute or 2, just to get it nice and sticky and activated. Here we are. I'm about to apply it. What I'm going to do is actually put a thin layer right in the middle and leave a thicker layer on the outside, just so it'll attach better to the mask. And if I need a little bit more, I can mix it in there. And like super glue, you don't have to feel rushed in trying to fit it, because I mean, it's going to take 24 hours for it to cure. So even if you decide to you want to add something, change something, I guess 10 minutes later, you could still do it. So right now what I'm doing is I'm kind of molding it, like I said, a thin layer in the middle. I don't know if you can see it right there, with a thicker layer on the outside. And when I push it down, it's going to come out a little bit. You know what? Let me take the strap off first. Actually, I think I'm going to try a different orientation for this mask. Only because with this way, and if I wasn't using the camera, I would get splatter on the inside. So now that I have the option to flip it around, I think I'm going to face it the other way. So it's going to be like that. So as you can see, it fits a little bit more all the way around, and now it's just a matter of lining it up. Adjusting it a little bit, lining it up, and once I'm happy with the placement, I think that's good enough. It's not pointing too high, too down. I can just basically push it down, secure it, push it on the inside, push it down from the top, and I can even, if there's a little bit of a gap, I can push it in a little bit more. And this is the best part about it being moldable. And just making sure. Okay, so even though this is coming out a little bit right there, I'm just going to push the extra on the other parts of the mount that would need it. And once I do that, I can even take a small knife, clean it up a little bit more. Alright, so here it is, the first right there. As you can see, it's adhering to more spots on the mask, so that should give me more of a secure fit. Now if I want to eliminate the fingerprint to make it more have a smoother, sleeker look, I can just gently rub it. Now because it is customizable, you can even use like a little knife to clean it up a little bit, especially if you have too much. So just cut off a little bit, cut off the excess, and just take it out. Just so it's a little bit cleaner right there, and just smoothing it out. I think I'll cut off a little bit on this side too. And maybe even on the bottom. Clean it up just a little bit more. Use it for the other mount. And that should be it for the mount. So right there, after some smoothing, I don't know if you can see it in the light, it's definitely attached to more parts of the mask. You know, it'll take some playing around with the curve of the mask, but all it is just leaving it up to time, let it cure, and that's it. And I'll just do the other side. Okay, so here it is, both mounted. It took about 10 minutes. I even had to readjust the first mount to match the second mount, and just a little bit minor adjusting, and it's still there, and just smoothened it out. And now just gotta leave it alone for about 24 hours and leave it to cure, with still a little bit left over. Hey, what's up guys? Here we have the finished product. As far as the Sugru, and I mentioned it earlier in the video, I waited 3 to 4 days for it to cure before I even touched it or did anything with it. And so far I've taken it to the field twice already, and so far so good. As you can see here, I have both mounts, or the mounts on both sides, and continues to remain strong. There's really no play at all on the mounts, and I can even pick it up, no problem. As you can see, It's a much more stable mount, and because I can mold it, I can have the freedom to match the mount to my liking. So for anybody out there looking to try it on not just an i4 but any other mask that has, ample room, feel free to try it. I hope this video helps you out a little bit, and thank you for watching.